Windward marks are one of the great hurdles on the race course. Each mark rounding creates a new set of problems and variables for the team to tackle. That means that a mark rounding can jog one team's concentration and leave them out of sync for another to gain on and perhaps overcome. For that reason, the simple goals at each rounding are to round with as much control as possible, with the greatest latitude of options in clear air, and find the fastest angle and speed, or best groove as we like to describe it, for the new leg of the course. To accomplish all this at the Windward Mark, it's important to keep in mind the features dominating the boat. The large sail plan creates great challenges to rounding under control, particularly as the breeze comes on. In any boat, the rate of turn is controlled primarily by the rate at which the main is eased, but a sail plan like this requires that the boom vang be eased prior to easing the main sheet in order to maintain better control. This allows the sail to twist rather than swing like a barn door. Likewise, the crew will have to ease the jib with the main to maintain flow across both sails while turning to focus on launching the spinnaker. It's this transition from the sails and sail trim of sailing upwind to the sails and sail trim that result in performance downwind that offers a team with solid boat handling the opportunity to make gains on the fleet. Each of the stages in this process offers moments where a team may falter and lose ground. The rounding can be broken down into a control stage, rounding stage, and a launching stage. During the control stage, the team's sailing goal shifts from full throttle speed to a compromising position of maintaining control while preparation begins on other elements that follow in later stages. In this portion of the rounding, the team may need to ease the sails to maintain control while the pole is extended and spinnaker pre-fed. The goal here is to maintain the greatest speed with the greatest degree of preparation going into the mark. In the rounding stage, the emphasis is on the efficient turn of the boat, which is determined by the ease of the main and jib in addition to the driver's helm. The goal here is to maintain the greatest speed while turning to the course that allows the team to raise the spinnaker with the greatest control. The final stage of the rounding is the launching stage, during which the team sets and trims the spinnaker. The goal when launching is to get the spinnaker up and flying cleanly and quickly so that the team can begin making its best progress to the leeward mark. Each stage of the rounding has a unique goal and measures of success which differ from the rest of the race course. The driver has the ultimate balance and control of the boat to deal with in the rounding. His or her two tools for maintaining control are the tiller and ability to communicate with the crew. On the approach to the mark, in the last boat length or two, the driver communicates when he is ready for ease on the vang and control stage before the rounding and to what degree the team can prepare for the set, and then calls for the hoist while turning at the mark. After the mark, when the spinnaker is set, the driver snaps the team into focusing on the next challenge on the course.
John, open the bag, John. Come on, let's go. Hoist! Hold back. Hold the attack. Cunningham up. Get your jib sheet. Don't look back. Get your goddamn boat sailing here. Let's go.
Little puff right there.
Long way.
At the Windward Mark, the mainsheet trimmer prepares for the rounding by first checking his lines and clearing them as necessary, and calling for traveler and vang trim as necessary during the control stage before the mark. He then eases the main, allowing the boat to bear away at the mark. Throughout the rounding and set, the main trimmer concentrates on boat balance and maximum boat speed. At the Windward Mark, the backstay man prepares for the rounding by first stepping into the boat to extend the sprit during the control stage before the mark, and then stepping back to the rail to focus on boat balance during the launch itself. At the Windward Mark, the spinnaker trimmer prepares for the rounding by first stepping to leeward to open the spinnaker bag during the rounding stage, then helping the spinnaker out of the bag, and then grabbing the spinnaker sheet during the launch itself. It is very important for the spinnaker trimmer to maintain control of the foot of the sail as the tack is pulled out to prevent the sail from catching in the water. Once up, the spinnaker trimmer gives a quick over-trim to fill the sail, and eases immediately after the sail fills. Once the spinnaker trimmer has the spinnaker successfully flying and can communicate feel and speed with the driver, the set is complete. and the team can focus on getting to the next mark as fast as possible. At the Windward Mark, the boardman prepares for the rounding by first easing the vang as necessary before the mark during the control stage, then stepping into the boat to pull the tack out during the launch, and then he fine-tunes the board height before looking to organize the lines on the interior in preparation for the next stage of the race. The bowman is instrumental in getting the boat through the set quickly and efficiently. During the control stage, the bowman concentrates on hiking extra hard, as others have to move weight inside the boat, and then he eases the jib slightly during the rounding and cleats it before hoisting the spinnaker halyard. He then cleans up the inside of the boat by drop coiling the halyard and tack line, adjusts the outhaul, lets the jib cars all the way out, and adjusts weight for optimal trim and speed before looking up the course for breeze and fleet considerations. Good Windward Mark roundings are dependent on the team's ability to recognize the variables necessary to enter the mark rounding with good control, as well as their ability to shift gears into downwind mode in a methodical and controlled manner. The fundamentals count more in these moments, and some good sailors maintain consistently high results through recognizing their own capabilities and matching them with the best opportunities rather than forcing every opportunity, which can result in rule violations or other boat handling errors that cost valuable time on the racecourse.